If you are staring at a trustee sale date right now, it probably feels like a clock you cannot hear ticking is suddenly very loud. Every day that passes feels heavier, not because you do not care, but because you care so much and the stakes are high. What most homeowners are never told is that a trustee sale date in Arizona is not a final judgment. It is more like a checkpoint inside a system that is constantly being updated behind the scenes. When you understand how that system actually works, you start to see that there are still levers that can be pulled. Hi, my name is Hope. I am here to help you make sense of this process in a calm, grounded way. Not with pressure, not with hype, but with clarity. My goal is to help you understand what is really happening so you can decide what makes the most sense for you and your home. Today, we are going to talk about how trustee sale postponements really work, who controls them, why they happen, and what they actually mean. This is the part of foreclosure most people never see, and it is often where the biggest opportunities live. A trustee sale looks like it's run by the trustee, but in Arizona, the trustee has almost no power. There are 3 players. The trustee announces and runs the auction. The lender or loan servicer decides what happens, and the homeowner is trying to create a better outcome before the deadline. The trustee cannot approve more time. The lender must authorize any postponement, and the trustee is legally required to follow that instruction. So when people ask, "Can the trustee delay my sale?" the real question is whether the lender will. That realization changes everything. Once you know where the authority really sits, you stop chasing dead ends and start focusing on what actually influences the outcome of your sale date. A lot of people hear the word postponed and think something has been fixed. But in reality, a postponement does not mean the foreclosure disappeared. It means the timeline shifted. When a trustee sale is postponed, nothing about the foreclosure is canceled. The loan is still in default. Fees and interest may still be adding up. All that changed is the auction date. But that single change is huge because foreclosure is driven by deadlines. A postponed date creates time, and time is what allows a loan review, a short sale, or a payoff plan to actually move through the lender's system instead of being cut off by an auction. Think of time as the oxygen in this process. Without it, files get closed and options suffocate. With it, real decisions can finally be reviewed instead of rushed. One of the reasons this process feels so chaotic is because homeowners are rarely told what is actually happening with their sale date. In Arizona, most postponements are not sent to homeowners by mail or email. They are usually announced by the trustee at the auction or updated inside the trustee's sale system. That means your sale can be postponed without anyone calling you. This is why people think their home sold when it didn't, or think it didn't move when it actually did. You have to check the trustee's official sale status to know the truth. That silence is what creates panic. But silence does not mean nothing happened. It usually just means the system updated quietly somewhere you were never told to look. Another myth that traps people is the idea that there is a point where it is simply too late to do anything. There is no early cutoff for postponements. A trustee sale in Arizona can be postponed days before, the morning of, or even minutes before the auction starts. Lenders often wait until the last moment to decide, especially if a file is under review or money is being arranged. That's why assuming it's too late is one of the most costly mistakes homeowners make. What matters is not how close the date is. What matters is what is happening inside your loan file. If something meaningful is moving, lenders often wait. So, what actually causes a lender to hit pause? Lenders postpone sales when they believe they might recover more money by waiting. That usually comes from one of 6 things: an active loss mitigation review, like a loan modification, a short sale that is open and moving forward, a traditional home sale where there is enough equity to pay off the loan, a verified payoff or reinstatement where money is being lined up, a bankruptcy filing or bankruptcy protection that legally pauses the sale, or a file that is nearly complete and worth reviewing instead of selling at auction. Postponements are not emotional decisions. They are financial and legal ones. Every one of those scenarios tells the lender there may be a better outcome if they wait instead of forcing the sale. This is where many homeowners get tripped up, because not every postponement means the same thing. Not all postponements mean the same thing. Some are short administrative delays, just a few days to clean something up. Others are loss mitigation postponements that can push a sale weeks or months out while a file is reviewed. If nothing meaningful is happening on your loan, those short postponements stop and the sale moves forward. That's why creating real activity on the file matters more than just getting the date moved once. A moving date feels comforting. A moving file is what actually protects you. This is the part that matters most. A postponement is not safety. It is an opportunity. It gives you a window to finish something real, a loan option, a sale, or a payoff plan. The biggest mistake is getting the date moved and then doing nothing. When that happens, the lender closes the file and the next sale date sticks. Postponement only works when it is paired with a plan. Time alone does nothing. Time with direction changes everything. If you are dealing with a trustee sale right now, I want you to know this. You are not broken, and you are not out of options just because a date exists. You are inside a system that responds to activity, documentation, and timing. If you would like help understanding what your specific situation looks like and what paths might still be open, we can help you. You do not have to navigate this alone. You can reach out to us and have a real conversation about your home, your timeline, and what makes the most sense for you. And if this episode gave you a little more clarity, make sure you follow or subscribe so you get the next conversations as they come out.